Number 1, if x equals negative 1 and y equals 3, what is the value of the expression 3x to the third power minus 2xy? So all I did was substitute in negative 1 everywhere there was an x, and I substituted in 3 every time there was a y. I put it in my calculator, and it gave me C3. Number 2, which of the following expressions represents the product of 3 less than x and 5 more than twice x? So I wrote 3 less than x is x minus 3, and 5 more than twice x is 2x plus 5, and product wants me to multiply them. So I used the distributive property. I illustrated that with the orange lines distributing the x, and I got 2x squared plus 5x. Then I needed to distribute the negative 3. I showed that with the green lines. That gave me negative 6x and negative 15. Combine my like terms, my x terms, so my answer was 2x squared minus x minus 15, which was answer choice D. Number 3, a student earned scores of 83, 78, and 77 on 3 of 4 tests. What must the student score on the 4th test to have an average arithmetic mean of exactly 80? Now remember, to find the average, you add all the grades up and you divide by how many grades. So I know when I add 83 plus 78 plus 77 plus the test grade, then divide by 4, and my answer should be 80. So what you can do is you can try all the different answer choices until you get an answer of 80. And the answer will be B, 82. Number 4, what is the equation of the line that contains the points 2, 3 and 14, negative 6? So what I did was I graphed my points and I connected them with a line. I drew my right triangle, counting my rise and my run, and I know that's negative 9 is my rise and positive 12 is my run. So my slope would be reduced to be negative 3/4. So that eliminates every answer choice that doesn't have a solution of negative 3 or slope of negative 3/4. I also know that my slope, my y-intercept, is not quite at 5. So that would make my answer choice B, negative 3/4 plus 9 halves. Number 5, for all x that doesn't equal positive or negative 4, x squared minus x minus 20 over x squared minus 16 equals what? So I factored it so I could cancel out my common factors, and numbers that multiply to give me negative 20 are negative 5 and positive 4. Numbers that are factors of negative 16 are negative 4 and positive 4. So I can cancel out my factors of positive 4. And my answer is E, x minus 5 over x minus 4. Number 6, a rope is 36 feet long, is cut into 3 pieces. The second piece is 4 feet longer than the first. That's why I wrote x plus 4. The last piece is 3 times as long as the second. So I said 3 times x plus 4. If x represents the first piece, which equation determines the length of the first piece? So you add all 3 pieces together, and you set them equal to 36. So the answer choice is D. Number 7, the product of x squared plus 3 times x minus 1 is, so again, we want to distribute when we multiply, so I use my orange lines to show distributing the x squared, and that gave me x to the third power minus x squared. Then I need to distribute my 3. I showed that with the green lines, 3x minus 3, so the answer is E, x cubed minus x squared plus 3x minus 3. Number 8, if n is an integer, which expression must be an even integer? The easiest way to do this is to use an odd integer and an even integer. We could let our odd integer be 3 and our even integer be 4. And if you go in and you test them out and you see which one always gives you a positive number, it's going to be D, 2 times n squared. Because if I multiply 2 times 3 squared, that's going to give me 18. And if I multiply 2 times 4 squared, that's going to give me 32. And both times I end up with an even integer. If you test out the other ones, you'll see that you don't always end up with an even integer. Number 9, if x equals negative 3, what is the value of 2x squared plus 3x minus 5? So all you have to do is substitute your negative 3. Everywhere there's an x, use a calculator, and you see the answer is D4. Finally, number 10, which of the following is the complete factorization of 2x squared minus 13x minus 24? So probably the easiest way to do this is to try to see which ones give you that answer by multiplying. All right. One quick test you can do is see which ones always give you negative 24. All right. So I know the answer is D. I showed distributing the 2x with the orange lines. 2x squared minus 16x. Then I distributed the 3 with the green lines, and that gave me 3x minus 24. When I combine my like terms, that gives me 2x squared minus 13x minus 24. So that's the way I found that that was the answer.